Hi crocheters of the world! In this tutorial I want to show you how to crochet calla lily. It's a very beautiful flower and you can make wedding bouquet or you can just make a nice bouquet and put it in a vase and embellish your home. And of course you don't have to water them and they will last forever. So let us begin. We need cotton for our calla lily and 3 colors of cotton. The green, of course, for the stem of the flower, and the yellow for the pistil of the flower, and pink or white or anything, any color that can be nice for a calla lily. Now you need green also for the leaves. Okay, so let us begin with the flower. We want to make the magic circle, make 1 chain and 2 more, so 3 chain of 3 for the first double crochet. All the project is working in double crochet. Okay, and 12 more double crochets around the magic circle. 2, 3. So I finished working my 12 double crochets, and with the beginning chain 3 we have 13 double crochets. Now close your magic circle, but we don't want to join. We will not work in rounds but in rows. And I want you to imagine half, because we will just work as in the mirror, the second half of this. So one half, the first half is 6 double crochets, and then we have 1 in the middle and 6 more, because we have 13. So this means 6, 1 in the middle that will remain in the middle, and 6 more for the first row. Now for the second row we want to chain 3, turn, and we begin with a increase. So into the very first stitch put another double crochet. Now we have our first increase into the first of our 6. Now work 4 more, 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 double crochets, 2, 3 and 4, and now we worked on 5 double crochets of our 6 of the first row, and into the 6th work another increase, so 2 double crochets. Okay, now into the 7th double crochet, so this, the mid one, we work 1 double crochet. And this is what we have to repeat on the other side, so where we have the other 6 double crochets. We will begin with a increase into the first. That's why I said it's the image in the mirror, because we begin with the last increase that we put here. So we begin with this 1 increase, then 4 double crochets, and into the last 1, 2, 3 and 4, and into the last, which is our chain of 3, so don't be confused by it. So into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3 of the previous row we want to work our increase here, 1 and 2, and For 3 more rows actually we will just repeat these. So we will begin with an increase, we will work the rest of the stitches until we get the second stitch of the second increase. There we'll put an increase, then we will work the mid double crochet, and then we will be back in the same manner. So chain 3 and work a double crochet into the very first double crochet, and this will have, and now we'll have our first increase. So the chain 3 and the first double crochet, we have the first increase. Now here we have our increase, so we will work until we reach the second double crochet of the second increase. So here we have 1 and 2 until we reach the second one. This means 1 2 3 4 5 6 double crochet, and into the seventh we will work an increase. So 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, and now here it is, my 2 double crochets of the increase, and into the second one I will put an increase, 1 and 2. Then I will work the mid double crochet here, 1, and then go back in the same manner. So begin with an increase, then work 6 7 crochets actually until you reach the last double crochet, which is the chain 3, the beginning chain 3 of the previous row, and in the third chain of this you will work your second increase. Okay, and I finished my third round. Now to be easier, I will put into this, so we have the 2 increases here, 1 and 2, and into this, into the middle double crochet, mid double crochet here, which is the double crochet that divide our 2 parts equally parts. I will put a marker, and it's really easier to work like this. Okay, now begin with the chain 3 and 1 double crochet into the very first double crochet. Okay, then work 8 double crochets, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I put the marker in the into the wrong stitch, so this is the stitch in the middle. This is my increase. So I worked 8 stitches, and now into the second of the increase of the previous row, so this is the second, we put an increase, 1 and 2. Now we work the double crochet in the middle, this one with the marker, one double crochet, put again the marker, and repeat what we have here. So 1 increase, 8 double crochet, and finish with the row with 1 increase into the beginning chain 3, the third chain of the beginning chain 3 of the previous row. Okay, and now the last row with increasing, so the 5th. we will work 10 rows for the entire flower, and the first 5, as you can see, are increasing rows, and the next 5 will be decreasing rows. Okay, but we will decrease only into the first, skipping the first and the last stitch actually. Okay, but now let us focus on our 5th row, so the last row of increases. Now chain 3 and work 1 double crochet into the very first double crochet, and this is my first increase. Now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Work 10 double crochets and into the 11th, so the last stitch before the marker stitch, the stitch with the marker, work an increase. So 10 double crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and I said into the last stitch before the marker, the stitch with the marker, so this one, the second one of the increase of the previous row, work an increase, so 2 stitches. Now on this part we have, this is our last increasing row, so we have 1 increase, which is 2 stitches, 2 increases, so sorry, 1 and 2, and 10 stitches in between the increases, which means 10 plus 2 are 14, so we have 14 stitches on this part. The mid stitch here, the stitch with the marker, I will put back the marker, and again 14 will work here. So at the end of this last round of row of increases, we will have 14 plus 14 plus 1, which is 28 plus 1, 29 stitches all around. Okay, now begin with the increase. Oops. Into the very next stitch here, 1 and 2. Work 10 double crochets and into the last stitch, which is the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3 of the previous row, work your last increase. Okay, now for the next 5 rows we will just yes, a kind of decrease, but it's not actually a decrease because we will remain with the same number of stitches. So we have 14 and 14, I don't count this one. So we will remain with 14 and 14, and how? We will skip the first and the last stitch, but we will still work our increase into the last stitch before the mid stitch and the next stitch before after the mid stitch. Okay, so these 2 increases we will continue on doing them. So chain 3 and skip the very first, of course, because we have the chain 3. The next, and into the 3rd, work 1 double crochet. Now we have the chain 3 which is our first double crochet, and this is the second. 1 2 3 4 5. I'm working 1 double crochet into each of our double crochets. 6 7 8 9 and 10 11 12, and into the last is 13, but we want to put an increase, so 1 and 2, 13 and 14. Okay, so now we have the same number of stitches. Okay, we can just take up the marker work 1 double crochet here, put back the marker. Okay, you don't have to work with the marker if you understand the pattern, so it's okay, it's optional. So into the very next we will begin with an increase 1 and 2, and then go on and work your double crochets 1, 2, 3. So actually we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting the 2 stitches of the increase, 5, 2. So I'm counting 2. Sorry. 1, 2. This is the 2 stitches of the increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And we just don't work the last one, which is into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3. So we don't work it, okay? We ignore it. And we have 14. Now again, chain 3 for the 2nd row, chain 3, skip the first 2 stitches, so actually the 2nd stitch, because the first is the chain 3, skip the next, and into the 3rd work your 2nd double crochet. So 3, 4, 1 stitch into each of your stitches, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and into the last, which is this one, put an increase, 13 and 14. Okay, so this is how we just go on with the same number of stitches. We skip the 2nd and the last here, and we increase into this one here. Okay, now back with an increase, so 1 and 2, then again 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, and again we don't work, we ignore the chain 3, the beginning chain 3. Okay, now just go on and work 3 more rounds as we worked these 2 until we have our 10 rounds for the entire calla lily. So I finished my rounds. I have 10 rounds, a total of 10 rounds, and my calla it's almost ready. And why? Here it is. Why I said almost? Because we want to work a round of single crochet all around this. So I won't work around this last double crochet, but I will work my first single crochet into the double crochet here, as you can see. This is my first one. Then around this I will work 2 into the double crochet. I will work 1, and around the double crochet another 1. Into the double crochet, can you see? Just into the double crochet and then around the double crochet, and now into the double crochet and around the double crochet. So into the double crochet, when I say into the double crochet, it's actually into the last double crochet that we worked on the row. Okay, so this one. Okay, so into the double crochet and around the double crochet and into the double crochet and around the double crochet, into the double crochet, around the double crochet, again into the double crochet, around it. Now I am into the first actually row, into the double crochet, and now here I will work like this. Around the double crochet I want to work 2 single crochets, oh sorry, just 1, and in between here into the magic circle actually I will work 1 single crochet, and now I will pass just skip into on around the next part, and I will work the same thing. So around the first double crochet, 1 single crochet, into the double crochet, 1 single crochet. Now go on, repeat this, and when you are here, work your 14 single crochet on your 14 double crochets, so until you reach the marker. Okay, I finished all my 13, not 14, because we don't want to increase, so 13, and now I will take the marker off, and into this stitch with the marker we work like this: 1 single crochet, oops, no, what I have here, okay, sorry, 1 single crochet, then into the same 1 single crochet, chain 4, 3, 4, and put a picot, close the picot, and work 1 more single crochet into the same stitch. Okay, and now just go on and work single crochet into each of your 13 double crochets here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, and 13. And now into the first single crochet worked, slip stitch to join and cut, oops, the yarn. Okay, sew the tail on the back side, and now our calla lily is done. Isn't it pretty? Okay, and it's really easy to work it, as you can see. Okay, now the second part is the pistil, and for this I will use yellow, of course, and again the magic circle, chain 3 for the first double crochet, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I was just checking the number of the rounds. Okay, 1 and 9 more, so for a total of 10 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just want to count them. So this is my first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I put one more. Now I have 10 double crochets. I can close the magic circle, and now to join, fold it like this and join into the beginning chain 3. Okay. Now we have to work 7 more rounds of 8 double crochets. We will begin with a chain of 3 for the first, with 10, sorry, double crochets. We will begin with a chain 3 for the very first, and we will go on and work the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now fold it like this. 7, 8, 9, and the last one is here, 10. Okay. Now we can slip stitch into the beginning chain 3, which is here. Slip stitch, and we can begin another round. So 8 rounds. The tail here I want to put it inside because it okay. And now go on and work 6 more rounds like this for the pistil. So I finish it. I have 8 rounds, and when you finish, just leave a long tail to sew it. Okay. Now we want to make the leaves. Chain 10. Chain 10 plus 3. This will be the chain 3, the beginning chain 3 for our first double crochet. Now let's work 9 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4 into the 5th chain from the hook. Insert the hook and work a double crochet, and 1 double crochet into each of our chains, and for a total of 10 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one into the last chain, 10. Now work one more row with 10 double crochets. So chain 3 for the first one, turn, skip the very first because we chained 3 to substitute it, and work 9 more double crochets.